Alright guys, it's Stephen Wynn here, back at part 2 with the exclusive interview with Mr. Brian Sebastian here. And go ahead, Eddie, go ahead, ask the question.
Guys?
Go ahead, ask the question.
So Brian, what is your take on MySpace and as far as marketing on MySpace?
I like MySpace. I met some great people on it. I didn't get on it until last August. And the reason I got on it because I watched so many movies. My VCR broke one night.
Okay.
I woke at 1 o'clock in the morning. I had me and my friend Mindy and like, let's do something. Let's create a MySpace page. I got time. I keep hearing about it. So she did. By 3:34 in the morning, she had everything down for me and a lot of information. It was really, really good, and I was excited at that point. I was addicted to it for 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks straight. I couldn't wait to get on it. I didn't want to leave, and I was just like, "Who are these people? This is really interesting." I've met some really, really good friends out on MySpace.
Awesome.
And I still can continue to meet them. I think it's a great idea. It's such a great idea that when Viacom, Paramount, and 20th Century Fox, Rupert Murdoch start arguing about murder rights over MySpace, that's a big thing because Fox has the rights to that.
Yeah.
Murdoch was brilliant when it comes to that. He's not even American, and this guy's good at marketing.
Yeah.
This goes back to marketing. So.
You know how much Rupert Murdoch bought MySpace for, or got the rights for?
I believe it's like 868 million. It's about there.
Really? Wow.
What it's worth. With them putting everything on with their TV shows like American Idol, 24, House, all that stuff. Yeah, it all adds up. Their movies, Fox, the last 20th Century Fox, Fox 2000, Fox Searchlight, the last 3 years, they've had hits. Their movies have been really, really, really good. That's the good thing. So,
okay.
But marketing on MySpace is good, especially for music. Music has made a small little comeback due to MySpace. If it went for MySpace, I don't know what people in the music industry would be doing. No one's buying DVDs, or I should say, I'm sorry, CDs. They're just not.
Okay.
Do you buy music?
Personally, on myself, no, I don't, and I guess I don't want to speak for the younger generation. Though what you were saying, Brian, is I don't see my friends buying any CDs. Do you buy any CDs?
I hardly buy CDs now.
Okay.
It's been we're gonna go with like 6-7 months since I bought a CD.
Yeah.
See, I still will buy a CD as of. Have I bought one this year? No, I haven't bought one this year, but as of November, I'm still buying some. Because going back to radio, they don't announce who a lot of songs are, the artists are now, and that's very, very frustrating. It's not the old days where after a couple songs, this was so-and-so in this hour, and people would rush out and get it. That's kind of sad. The good thing about the internet now is that you can go on and try to find those songs, or people burn your copies of stuff. I like hard copies. I like to pick it up and see who wrote the song. I like that because I respect the songwriters.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Okay. Okay. Can you still get that online though? Like
You can't get like the liner notes and all that stuff. People don't take the time. They want to download the song. They don't care who it's by. They just want the song.
Yeah.
I want to know who's singing it. I heard a song through iTunes through my friend Justin Timberlake. What comes around goes around. What a beautiful song. He sold 6.9 million copies. That's great. No one's doing that anymore. You're lucky if you can sell 1.2 million, which is considered good. Remember the old days when we still have albums when Michael Jackson sold 40 million albums of Thriller?
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that anymore.
No.
Selling 1.5 million, that's considered good now.
Okay. Okay.
The people from American Idol, would you buy one of those CDs?
I wouldn't.
No. I wouldn't either. But America's infatuated with watching them and seeing some of them, the rejects, go on tour. The problem, again, goes back to marketing. Everything revolves around marketing. Is you can be a reject. Remember Wayne Hung?
Yeah.
That guy made almost, if not, a little bit over $1 million.
Wow.
He never even made it on Idol.
Wait, he made that money from being a reject? Wow.
Reject. People going and buying his CD or downloading his CD or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that was a good thing.
Okay.
It's good for him.
Yeah.
But it's not good for if you were trying to make it as an actor or an artist. You're trying to do anything you can to get that kind of attention,
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, this guy is like, not even good, and he's making more money than me, and I'm putting out, real good stuff, according to the artist.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, speak a little about Justin Timberlake. He seems to use MySpace a lot because he markets to the younger crowd, right? And you think that's why?
here's the thing.
Mhm.
How many artists are really on MySpace? Because all the ones that I interview, like Orlando Bloom, Orlando doesn't even use a computer. Once again, the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
He's not even on MySpace. He's part of my friends. You know how I know this? Because I asked him in an interview. He doesn't have a MySpace account.
Okay.
There's a lot of people, being celebrities because they get attention.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
That's
The thing
interesting.
about my business, I could be asked these people, do you have a MySpace account? No. There's a lot of people pretending to be it. I think that's interesting, unless it says official.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting. It is interesting because there's a lot of fan that make like sites and they act like the
fine.
actor.
That's
Okay.
paying homage to, an unofficial fan site. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's not a problem.
Okay.
But when you have someone in Iowa pretending to be Brad Pitt and responding to everybody, this is Brad Pitt with his current picture, that's a problem. Because Brad, and I have Brad's thing on mine. Do I still have it?
Wait, but Brad Pitt's on MySpace?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Brad's personal one on mine.
It's official.
Yeah, so I know when he goes on. You know why? Because I know Brad.
Okay.
You know, that's the whole thing.
So attention all Brad Pitt fans, go to Brian Sebastian's page and then you get
I would send him to DonnieLong.com.
there's my buddy Donnie Long over there. And which in a moment we'll get his
Especially
take.
anybody who's 18 to 19 years old.
So give Donnie a little plug. 18 and 19-year-old female, slim, slender, bisexual. Okay. You're gonna ask another question, Daddy?
What's your view on the YouTube thing and what
I'm not necessarily a fan of YouTube
No?
because there's no certainty that everything's going to be sticking up there still right now.
Ah.
Until things are straightened out,
You're right, because they're going through
it's kind of a shame. Why put a lot of work in putting something on YouTube and then it's going to be yanked off? And a lot of kids aren't keeping up with the news of what's going on with YouTube. They're still in the battle with stuff. They don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're putting up just stuff like this, that's fine. Because it doesn't have content that's owned by someone else or
Yeah.
property up. That's the whole thing.
Got it.
A lot of movie people aren't putting this stuff up because they don't trust it. So they're not doing any marketing on it. They're going to MySpace instead.
Yeah. Well, what's the difference between the MySpace videos and the YouTube videos? Because isn't it the same?
It's not the videos. It's who owns it.
Okay. Okay.
Remember I said 20th Century Fox. Fox Corporation owns MySpace.
Okay.
Viacom is still seething over that because they didn't get to buy that.
Okay.
They ended up getting they're in a squabble with YouTube.
They should buy Google because Google owns
Well,
YouTube.
Google and Yahoo may merge.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. Again, unless you don't know these things, that's
Wow.
the whole thing.
It's-
Like Sirius Radio and XM are going to merge. It's going to take another 11 months for that merger to go through.
Oh,
so
wow.
you're not going to be buying any content. When there's a merger, you don't buy stuff. You got to wait to see what unfolds because you got to lay off a lot of people so you get that cash flow to buy that corporation or whatever that thing is.
Wait a minute. Is that insider news that Google and Yahoo is gonna merge?
It's common knowledge right now.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
you can look in the paper every day. You can go online
Wow.
and see what's going on. Because if you got content on that, that's very, very important.
So if the YouTube does crash, who do you feel would be number 2 to take over YouTube?
I don't know.
It's a tough one, huh?
I don't know right now.
Have you heard of Meta Cafe?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Oh, actually, Donnie was. What's that site? Donnie was
Daily
like?
Motion.
Yeah. Have you heard of Daily Motion?
I didn't hear of that until I heard it from you guys today.
Okay. Well, actually, we heard it from Donnie, so I gotta give Donnie credit for that.
See, I'm curious about that because again, online society knows about all these websites, which is good. Think back to Napster, how Napster started. You
Yeah.
ever hear from Sean anymore? No, he made his money.
Yeah.
What's Napster doing now?
I think didn't they sell to doesn't somebody own Napster now?
Yeah.
And they sell music now.
But do you go on Napster?
No, I don't.
Do you?
No.
Do you know what's going on with Napster?
No.
Do you?
No.
See? He made his money and got out. He sold
Okay.
it right away. It's smart for him.
Yeah.
It's about marketing. Tom did
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. Tom did that too, and it's actually Tom and some other
Tom is
guys.
still involved with that.
Yeah.
With MySpace.
Mm.
But Tom likes to keep his low profile.
Yeah. He's probably doing some profit sharing.
Yeah, he still posts stuff and just letting people know that MySpace is not for sale and all that stuff. And good for him.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, any other questions, Eddie? This is running about close to 10 minutes here,
Close
so.
to minutes?
Yeah, it's like 9:40.
We're good. We'll do another one if, you know.
All right, man.
Only worth 10 minutes.
No, you're worth a lot more, man. It's just for sites, and this is why we're cutting the video short. It's because for sites like YouTube and other sites, we have to cut the content short. So unless
They only allow a time limit on the
Yeah.
video sharing
Everything's
site.
based on time.
Yeah.
yeah, like on YouTube, if you sign up for a director's account, you can go over 10 minutes. And if you don't have a director's account,
But hold on.
go ahead.
But they are going, like he said, they're going through that transition. So
Yeah.
don't go by that.
Yeah.
Don't go by that. That was what it was a couple of months ago. But now, you know, times are changing. We got to find number 2 so we can, you know.
Yeah.
So let's wrap it up and we'll do another one.
All right, guys. David Nguyen here, signing off for exclusive interview number 2 with Mr. Brian Sebastian. Peace.